break 372. Just gonna find the break on my phone here. There it is. So once again, the distributor has graciously covered our case number with the shipping label. I'm gonna have to seriously have a discussion with them about that. But you can see that it is a sealed case. All right, let me just duck over here. There we go. So we'll do what we normally do. I'll rip 6 and then Rick will rip 6. There's my 6 there, but I'll read through all the cereals for you, save Rick having to do it. So for the second 6 boxes, we have 145097. Welcome, Mr. Hay. We have 118035. No one wants to see that. We have 145106. 120128. 144550. And Rick's last box will be 144864. So now, my, quote unquote, my 6 boxes will be 119952. Of course, now it's not going to, there we go. And 119957. 145253. I have not heard from Darren Stewart. 145300. So yes, I'm hoping we hit 12. 120116. And last but not least, 145407. So good luck, everyone. I'm just gonna pull these sleeves out because I know I'm gonna go through them all. All right, get nice and comfy here. Be here for a little while. So good luck, everyone. Welcome back, Andrew. Mr. Hunter, you didn't miss much, just reading through the cereals. Just going to adjust my camera there. All right, good luck. We have an Alex Dorio young gun for the Penguins. Nico Heischer, retro base for the Devils. Pius Suter, ultimate victory for the Hawks. Stuart, could you do me a favor and message me your address, because I know that you moved. I'm going to be up in Waterloo on Monday, And if it's not out of the way, we'll drop your hits off. You've got a ton of them here. We have a Ty Smith Hollow FX for the Devils. If that's not a problem for you. I just never think of it, to be honest. And since I see you here in the break, I thought I'd just ask you. So if you just want to send me a PM with your address. We have Alexei Heponiemi, Young Gun, for the Panthers. No problem, Stuart. We have a Mikey Anderson rookie class for the Kings. And a Kevin Lankinen rookie class for the Hawks. Jack Eichel Ultimate Victory for the Sabres. And a Kyle Connor. A retro base for the Jets. I'm sure they were grateful to see that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Our delivery driver accidentally left his debit machine. Patrick Kodorenko, Young Gun for the Rangers. So Rick ran it back up to them so that they had it. We have a Sebastian Aho SPX Finite for the Kings. We have for Brooks and his Sens, we have an Artem Zub Clear Cut Young Gun. So Mr. Brooks should be happy with that. And a Mikhail Maltsev Young Gun for the Devils. So that's Mrs. Hipgrave. And a Roman Yossi retro base for the Preds. Yeah, I love the clear cut Young Guns. All base. And Brock Besser, Hollow FX for the Nuts. Callum Booth Young Gun for the Bruins. Oh, maybe I got the Booth Young Gun this time, Rick.
Well, it'll be 2, at least.
Well, you know you're going to have at least one.
Yep.
Niels Hoglander rookie class for the Nuts. Elias Pettersson Ovation for the Nuts. Niels Hoglander retro rookie for the Nucks. I'm sensing a trend here. So if you're coming into the shop tomorrow to pick up, please give us till about noon hour to make sure we've had time to sort the break. Hayden Verbeek Young Gun for the Canadians. We don't normally stick around after the break to sort. We do that in the morning when we come in. We have to go home and put our children to bed. Especially since, you know, the school year is approaching. I won't say fast approaching because it doesn't seem to be approaching fast enough. We have a Kiefer Sherwood French base for the Avalanche. But they are only about 3.5 weeks from going back. So it's time to start rolling bedtime back a little bit. Ultimate Victory Connor McDavid for the Oilers. And a Pius Suter Pros and Prospects numbered 496 of 1,000 for the Hawks. So that's the end of box number 1. So there is another 2-boxer mixer. There's 4-box mixer, 2 extended, 2 series, 2 posted. That'll go tomorrow night if it's full and paid for. Alex Dorio, a Young Gun for the Pens. And a Sebastian Aho retro base for the Canes. Ultimate Victory Stamkos for Tampa. Timothy Lilligren, Hollow FX for the Leafs. And an Alexei Heponiemi Young Gun for the Panthers. Condre Miller rookie class for the Rangers. Philip Kurashev, ultimate victory for the Hawks. Mikko Rantanen, retro base for the Avs. Patrick Kodorenko, Young Gun for the Rangers. Good evening, Marty. We're about a box and a half in, just so you know, Marty. We have a Pius Suter, SPX Finite for the Hawks. Oh, sorry. Maybe that's why. There we go. You still awake, Dave? We have an Alexander Romanov, Blue Dazzler for Montreal. We have a retro base exclusive, numbered 49 of 100 for the Golden Knights, Max Pacioretty. No, I don't think so. So I have an exclusives husband.
Yeah, base exclusive. Sorry.
Well, I know you're competitive, so. Mikhail Maltsev, Young Gun for Lisa and the Devils. And a Shea Weber, retro base for Montreal. All base. Kale McCarr, Hollow FX for the Avalanche. Callum Booth, young gun for Boston. Stuart Skinner, rookie class for the Oilers. Oh, Booth trackers at 3. Well, then Rick's got to pull at least a dozen, because that's his guy. Nico Heischer, ovation for Lisa and the Devils. So I pulled 3 Callum Booth cards, according to Brooks. We have an Ian Mitchell, a retro young gun for Brooks and his Blackhawks.
You did 3
3
Callum Booths already.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, right?
Way trailblazer, Mrs. Haynes.
Hayden Verbeek, young gun for Montreal.
Mrs. Haynes is a trailblazer tonight.
Right? We have a Ben Hutton, French variant base for the Ducks. Alexander Barbadoff, ultimate victory for the Leafs. And a David Pasternak, reflections for the Bruins. And that's the end of box 2. On to box number 3. All base pack right out of the chute. Connor McMichael, Holo FX for the Caps. Arthur Keliev, young gun for Jay and the Kings. Yanni Hakanpää rookie class for the Ducks. Austin Matthews, ultimate victory for the Leafs. Ansi Kopitar, retro base for the Kings. Joseph Cornar, young gun for the Sharks. French variant, Braden Coburn for the Sens. Welcome, Mr. Peckham. Didn't miss a lot.
Callum Booth at the wazoo.
Right? Victor Soderstrom, ultimate victory for the Yotes. Well, and Jason's got Boston, so. Yeah, I think you have like three Callum Booth young guns, Jason. Hey, Joel Farabee reflections for the Flyers. Cam Johnson, young gun for Columbus. Leon Draisaitl, retro base for the Oilers. And a Romanov victory for Montreal. Bowen Byram, Holo FX for the Avs. Kevin Ball, young gun for the Devils. Victor Soderstrom, rookie class for the Yotes. Nick Robertson, Premier Prospects Ovation for the Leafs. Dylan Cousins Retro Young Gun for Marty and the Sabres. Third box. I'm working on the third box, Jason. Connor McKay Young Gun for the Flames. Roman Yossi, SPX Finite for Nashville. Tanner Kiro, Clear Cut for Dallas. And we have a Kevin Shattenkirk exclusives, numbered 5 of 100 for the Ducks. Jack Rathbone Young Gun for the Nucks. Andre Vasilevsky, retro base for Tampa. All right, box 4. Apparently I'm not breathing.
Not breathing.
Oh, that's what my watch just told me. Told me to breathe. Sasha Chemlevsky, Young Gun for the Sharks. Zach Werenski, retro base for the Jets. Or for Columbus. Now I'm awake, honest. Ultimate Victory McDavid for the Oilers. Timothy Liljegren, Gold Hollow FX for the Leafs. Ankle and foot young gun for the Devils. Kirill Kaprizov, rookie class for the Wild. John Tavares, retro base for the Leafs. Drew O'Connor, young gun for the Pens. Anthony Mantha, SPX Finite for the Wings. William Nylander Dazzler for the Leafs. Well, that's a new one. Ovation Premier Prospects Foil, Alexei Hepniemi, numbered 34 of 50 for Florida. Is that your phone?
Yeah, it looks like it.
The world must be ending at home. There's only 2 Callum booths so far.
2.
Yes.
Frederick
Brooks
Hand.
telling stories.
Frederick Handmark, young gun for the Sharks. We have a Ryan Suter, retro base for the Wild. All base. Vitek Vanacek, Holo FX for the Caps. Mikko Lehtinen, young gun for the Leafs. Mateus Brome, rookie class for the Wings. And an Austin Matthews ultimate victory for the Leafs. Nick Suzuki ovation for the Canadiens. And Connor McMichael, retro young gun for Andrew and the Caps. Glenn Godden, young gun, Calgary. Shea Weber, base French for Montreal. Victor Soderstrom, ultimate victory for the Yotes. Last pack of the fourth box. We have a Kirill Kaprizov Reflections for the Wild. Alright, box 5. Jake Rathbone, young gun for the Nucks. Carter Hart, retro base for the Flyers. Dylan Larkin, ultimate victory for the Wings. Condre Miller, Hollow FX for the Rangers. Kevin Ball, young gun for the Devils. Alexi Hepaniemi, rookie class for the Panthers. Elias Sorokin, ultimate victory for the Islanders. Jacob Markstrom, retro base for the Flames. I want to pull it for you, Ryan. Connor McKay, young gun for the Flames.
Apparently your daughter needs to eat 5 times a day.
Is that so?
Yeah.
So not much different from your son then.
No, the difference is that she doesn't call and cry and whine every 5 minutes over there not being any food in the house.
Yeah. Seth Jones, SPX Finite for Columbus.
Start sorting these guys for you.
Mika Zibanejad, Dazzler for the Rangers. Mitch Marner, high gloss retro base for the Leafs.
Oh, look at you, fancy schmancy now.
Number 1 of 10.
Oh, look at you, Miss Fancy Schmancy.
Right? I think that went your hopes for your exclusive, but who knows?
I have no hopes. I am officially hopeless.
That Marner's for Mr. Peckham. Cody Curran, young gun for the Ducks. It's nice to see Jason hit like that. Wow, Jason. Really? You hit an upper deck high gloss retro base Mitch Marner for the Leafs, number 1 of 10.
And his response was, what did I hit?
What did I hit?
The snooze button, obviously.
Right? Austin Matthews, retro base. Oh yeah, I guess you would just be getting close to quitting time out there. Base. We have an Ian Mitchell, gold hollow FX for the Hawks. Austin Strand, young gun for the Kings. Traffic sucks. That's why I'm glad that we live like a 3 minute drive from the shop. And our hours are such that we don't hit rush hour coming to work or going home from work or the train. See why our hours are strategic the way they are?
Yes.
We have an Arthur Keliev, pink Dazzler for the Kings. Connor McDavid, ovation for the Oilers. We have a Liam Foudy, retro young gun for Mo and the Jackets. Joel Hoffer, young gun. There you go, Marty. I know you were looking for him. There's your Hoffer, young gun. French variant, Jordan Kyrou for St. Louis. Condre Miller, ultimate victory for the Rangers. Last pack of box 5. Andre Vasilevsky, reflections for Tampa. All right, my last box, and then I will turn it over to Mr. Haynes for the second 6 boxes. Sasha Chinlevsky, young gun for the Sharks. Jordan Greenway, retro base for the Wild. Ultimate victory McDavid for the Oilers. Dylan Cousins, gold hollow FX for the Sabres. Nolan Foote, young gun for the Devils. Jake Odinger, rookie class for Dallas. Nils Hoglander, victory, ultimate victory for the Knox. Cale Makar, retro base for Colorado. Drew O'Connor, young gun for the Pens. Steven Stamkos, SPX Finite for the Bolts. Kirill Kaprizov Dazzler for the Wild. Alexis Lafreniere, Reflections, numbered 170 of 500 for the Rangers. Frederick Handmark, young gun for the Sharks. Brock Besser, retro base for the Knox. Base. Nick Robertson, Holo FX for the Leafs. Mikko Lehtinen, young gun for the Leafs. No worries, Jason. Sasha Chinlevsky, rookie class for the Sharks. Leon Draisaitl ovation for the Oilers. Arthur Keliev, retro young gun for the Kings. Glenn Gordon young gun for the Flames. We have an Eric Goodbranson, French variant for Ottawa. Ty Smith, ultimate victory for the Devils. And last pack before I step out and let Rick take over. We have an Alexander Romanov Reflections for Montreal. So now I will step out and I will let Mr. Haynes take over. Oh my, good luck with Rick.
Yeah, you're gonna need it because I'm a old man.
Like, you don't even know where you put the teams? Like, what's that going to do for
Oh,
me?
would you stop? Did you leave me any top loaders? I guess not, eh?
Well, no, I'm going to have to go and chase those now, too. 'cause,
Yeah,
you know,
listen to her
being on
complain.
your phone's more important than making sure it's
Dealing with our children is what I was dealing with. Sorry,
That's
not.
the problem.
Why don't you ask your daughter why she needs to eat 20 million times a day?
Well, that was text. That wasn't Facebook. And I already read the cereals for you, too.
Perfect. All right, folks, let's get this show on the go here. I'll bring these other 3 boxes over. We'll get these gone.
You might want to give me your phone if it's that bad.
Please. Absolutely, please. All right. I'm not wearing any Crocs.
But he
No
is wearing
Crocs.
socks.
I am wearing socks. Okay, let's see where we're sitting here. Okay, we've got a retro max patch. You ready for the Golden Knights? Patrick Kordorenko Young Gun for the Rangers. Patrick Kordorenko for the Rangers. We have an Alexander Ovechkin SPX Finite for Washington. Sorry, Janice set this up. Just not quite familiar with where she's got everything. 1543 of 29.99 on the Ovechkin. Only 5 people. It is a very long break, though, Jason. That's the problem. Not everybody wants to sit through 3 hours of breaking one product, especially when we've seen so much of this one product. Zach Bogosian for the Leafs, clear cut. Going to Mr. Peckham and his Toronto Maple Leafs. You need my hot hands. I don't think you need my hot hands. Oh, wow. For the Detroit Red Wings, we've got a red holographics Gordie Howe Iconics. Wow. Who had Detroit? Blair, you just hit massive. Red holographics Iconics Gordie Howe. There is no numbering on this card, and as of the last time I checked the checklist, this was still unannounced. So, Mr. Hockey Gordie Howe, red holographics, Ionics, Iconics, whatever you want to call it. This is a huge hit. Massive, massive, massive hit. You've seen 3 of them? Well, then you've seen 3 more than I've seen. Ryan, you watch too much in the way of breaks, because I had not even seen that. I'd seen Gretzky, I had seen Price. I had not seen Howe. So that is still a very, very big hit for Detroit. Alex Dorio, Young Gun. I think you need to get a hobby, Ryan, that doesn't involve watching breaks all the time. Alex Dorio, Young Gun for the Pens. That is a pretty impressive Mr. Hockey right there. We got a Pius Suter Retro for Chicago. There's 2 on eBay. Pius Suter for Chicago. Well, clearly Detroit was a sleeper team in this one at $35 to hit that. Hayden Verbeek for the Habs. Yeah, they're not that's not a common card. It's not like you're 1 per case, or we've seen a Gretzky and now the Howe. That is all we have seen. I've seen online Verbeek Young Gun. I've seen online the price that was out there, but that was it. You would have done very well if you grabbed Detroit. Elias Anderson, French variant for LA. Elias Anderson. Yeah, those aren't 1 a box, 1 a case even. I think we've gone through at least 10 cases here in the shop, maybe 12, and we have not seen a Howe at all. We've got a McDavid Ultimate Victory for the Oilers. I knew there was a price because when I looked at Cardboard Connection, I seen that there was a price out there. UD3 Future Impact Alexis Lafreniere for the New York Rangers. And that will be $4.99 out of 1,000. Alexis Lafreniere Future Impact. $4.99 out of 1,000. Maltsev Young Gun for the Devils. Maltsev for the Devils. Second half of this box 7. Retro Nick Suzuki for the Habs. This might be the base pack. Base pack. Pius Suter Gold Holographics for Chicago. Austin Strand Young Gun for the Kings. Austin Strand for the Kings.
Oh, very nice.
Ilya Sorokin rookie class for the Islanders. That's the only reason why that's sitting off to the side, so you can see it.
Very nice. I believe Owen has.
Yep. Alexander Ovechkin, ultimate victory for the Caps. Retro Phil Kessel for the Yotes. Yep. Lankinen ultimate victory for the Hawks. We get a regular holographics Phil Kurashev for the Hawks. Hipponiemi Young Gun for Florida. Hipponiemi for Florida. Two left in this box. Rookie class Cal Foot for the Cup champs T-Bay.
Okay, this breaks all of them.
Yeah. Ovechkin Ovation for the Caps. Close out my first box, box 7. Box 8. We have a retro Ilya Sorokin. Retro Ilya Sorokin for the Isles. Verbeek Young Gun for Montreal. Hayden Verbeek for the Habs. French variant, Dylan Gambrell for the Sharks. Dylan Gambrell for the Sharks, French variant. Oettinger Ultimate Victory for the Stars. Reflections Logan Couture for the Sharks. Maltsev Young Gun for the Devils. Maltsev for the Devils. Seth Jones Retro for CBJ. Seth Jones for the Jackets. Bunting Young Gun for Zona. Bunting Young Gun for Arizona. Timmy Stutzel SPX Finite for the Sens. And Mr. Hipgrave. 1420 of 29.99 on that Finite Stutzel. Clear Cut Connor Timmins for Colorado. Connor Timmins for the Avs. There we go. Variant for Max Domi and CBJ again. Variant Max Domi for Columbus. Pack 12 in box 8. Zub Young Gun for Ottawa. Artem Zub for the Sens. Dorio Young Gun for the Pens. Alex Dorio for Pittsburgh. Retro Alexander Ovechkin. And we go back to radio silence in the break chat. Mitch Marner Ultimate Victory for the Leafs. From what I've seen, the Leafs have hit a bunch for Jason Peckham. We get a Harley holographics for Dallas. Hiponiemi Young Gun for Florida. Yes, you've done very well with Toronto for sure. Hiponiemi for Florida. Ovation Rasmus Sandin. Sandin. Dahlin. Rasmus Dahlin. No. He's done very well with the Leafs. Rasmus Dahlin for the Sabres. The Leafs have got a rather healthy pile halfway through this master. We've got a Malkin Retro for Pittsburgh.
Should either of us be surprised if the lights still aren't working outside?
Why shouldn't that not surprise me?
Right.
Base pack. Eichel holographics for the Sabres. There he is, Callum Booth. Callum Booth, there we go. It's not an extended break for Mr. Haynes unless there's a Callum Booth Young Gun involved. Every time I've ripped this product open, this guy has been there. Callum Booth Young Gun for Boston. Now it's at least 3 of them. Yeah, and Boston hit. So, yeah, Jason, that's your hit, too. We got a rookie class, Arthur Kaliev for the LA Kings. You got 3 of the same guy, though. Last pack in box 8. Big Mac, Nathan McKinnon, Ultimate Victory for Colorado. Box 9. Box 9. should probably pick that knife up so that way I don't step on it.
Yeah, probably not the worst idea you've ever had.
This is box 9. Retro Drew Doughty for the Kings. Drew Doughty for the Kings. I'm just trying to get this camera up slightly so that way it fits my hand position better. Drew Doughty for the Kings. Let's go back. Slow down. Slow down. Nothing there. No. Face back. Usually one per box. Kirill the Thrill holographics for Minnesota. Is he going to be back in Minnesota next year? That's the question right now. I think they've played the game almost long enough where something's going to have to give. Mikko Lehtinen for the Leafs. Jason Peckham again. Mikko Lehtinen for the Leafs. Rookie class Ingram for the Preds. Smells like your coffee is done, Mrs. Haynes.
Yeah. I'll get it in just a minute. Is that you? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
No, I'm just saying I can smell the coffee. Title Andrea. Ultimate victory for Dallas. Hey, we're up to 7 folks watching now. Bo Horvat, ultimate victory for the Knuckleheads. Sebastian Aho, holographics for Carolina. Oh, now we're back down to 6. We got the checklist. Young Gun checklist. We'll random that unless we hit another one. Rookie class Connor McMichael for the Caps. Thomas Chabot, ovation for the Sens. Gabe Velarde, retro for the Kings. Jay and his LA Kings. Halfway through 9 now. Nick Robertson, ovation for the Leafs. Tidelandria for the Stars. 2 retro Young Guns in the same box. Tidelandria for the Stars. Godden Young Gun for Calgary. Glenn Godden for the Flames. French variant Derek Grant for the Ducks. Derek Grant, French variant for the Ducks. Ultimate Victory is a Banajad for the Rangers. Pros and Prospects. 666 out of 1,000. Alexis Lafreniere. Pros and Prospects. Numbered 666. 666 of 1,000. Only fitting that it would come out here. 666 of 1,000. Alexis Lafreniere. Reese Johnson Young Gun for the Hawks. Reese Johnson for the Hawks. It's only a myth, though. It's not real. There is no Tippett high gloss. You know that. It's not, it doesn't exist. Zach Parise, SPX Finite for the Wild. 24 or 25 out of 29.99. Zach Parise, Finite for the Wild. We are not even going to hit it. We're not going to even hit that Tippett high gloss, so at least that doesn't torture Ryan. Pierre-Luc Dubois, PLD, Blue Dazzler for the Jets. Jason, I know you've been away, but if it hasn't been for bad luck, Ryan has had no luck whatsoever. Nick Suzuki Reflections, 116 out of 300 for the Habs. Purple. Purple Reflections, 116 out of 300. Oh, you can't make him feel better because his luck is just that bad. People have gone so far as to say that they will pay for his box if it's that bad to try to get the monkey off his back that he seems to have going with him. Jacob Ingham. The purple reflections are absolutely nice. You are correct. Really like those ones. That whole reflection subset is actually really nice. The different colors, the purple, the red. Jason Ingham for the LA Kings. Last pack in box 9. Ryan Suter also for the Wild, retro base. Box 10. Let me just reload my top loaders here. Any Sharks? There's a pretty substantial pile of sharks over there. No high gloss. Just gonna show everybody that nice little ding in the corner. You missed a little bit, but you missed a lot. Okay. This is from the front corner that was dinged out of the case. I'm going to open that up first. So I did segregate these ones here because this 6 was from that front corner that was dinged that I just showed. So we are going to do that one, these first 6 ones first to see if there's any damage in there. Just to see. Rookie class Romanov. It should have been the bottom right hand corner if there was any damage. Doesn't look like it's too bad. Nothing there. So maybe the box protected it. The high gloss went to Toronto Walt. The high gloss was a 1 of 10 base Mitch Marner. Anze Kopitar. Ultimate Victory. It was a Mitch Marner high gloss. Base 1 of 10 that went to Jason Peckham. Janice hit that in the first half of it. Patrick Kane, retro for the Hawks. You know those ridiculous insurance policies that if you got run over by a herd of buffalo or elephants and struck by lightning twice, then it would go. Yeah, that's Ryan's luck. Reese Johnson. No, you got Young Guns. You did get Young Guns. Reese Johnson for the Hawks. Just got to hand this over, the camera over. You need to take, there's a text there. It's actually a text from what looks like Julie. Can't see your comments right this second. Sidney Crosby, SPX Finite for the Pens. $5.73 out of $29.99 for Pittsburgh. Joey Decord, clear cut for Ottawa.
Yeah, because our daughter told Julie she was allowed to be outside, yet it's dark in the street lights. Here.
Joey Decord for the Sens. Yeah, because she's lying like...
Right? That's why Julie texted me.
You wouldn't believe. Geez, the fun and drama of a 9-year-old little girl in 2021. Who would have thunk it? Cam Johnson, Young Gun for CBJ. Cam Johnson, Young Gun for CBJ. We have a retro Carey Price for the Habs. Base pack here. Base packing it up here. Yep, base pack. Dylan Cousins holographics for Buffalo. Cousins for Buffalo. Arthur Kelly of Young Gun for the Kings. Arthur Kalia for the Kings. This pack is halfway through box 10. Rookie class Pius Suter for the Hawks. Suter for the Hawks. Ty Dellandrea Ovation for the Stars. We have a Keandre Miller Retro for the New York Rangers. Keandre Miller. Joseph Corner Young Gun for the Sharks. Corner Young Gun for the Sharks. Kyle Turris, French variant for Edmonton. Turris French variant. Draisaitl Ultimate Victory for the Oil. Kirill Kaprizov, Future Impact for Minnesota. Numbered 720 out of 1,000. Future Impact Kirill Kaprizov. Exclusive, numbered 12 of 100, All-Star TJ Oshie for Washington. Exclusive TJ Oshington. TJ Oshie from Washington, the All-Star version, 12 of 100. Well, I get my dumb out of my brain. Jacob Ingham for the Kings. Ingham for Los Angeles. Retro Elias Pettersson for the Nucks. Yes, the Washington Oshies. They are the ultra competitive Uber Cup contending Washington Oshies. Peyton Krebs Ultimate Victory for Las Wages. Krebs Ultimate Victory for the Knights. Not available to the Washington Oshis. Panarin Holographics for the Rangers. Breadman Panarin for the Rangers. Holographics. And there's a second checklist. One will go to Florida, one will go to LA, unless we end up with another one. And then we'll have to split the difference, and one will have to get two with a random. And that's that for box 10. This is 11. Hopefully we can find all the big, huge young guns for the Washington Oshis in the last two boxes, since it looks like they've skunked other than that exclusive. The Washington Oshis.
The Washington Oshis, huh?
Well, you were sleeping back there. We've had a whole conversation for about 20 minutes about the Washington Oshis.
No, I was reading.
We have number 53 of 75 gold rookie class for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Alexander Barbanoff.
You know how that works with me when I get into a book.
Yes, if you're an Uber driver and you deliver food, are you a Foober? Barbanoff out of 75 for the Leafs rookie class.
That's a good question.
That's a fantastic question. Let's get that question answered by the experts. Somebody call Uber and ask them of how that works. Chimlevsky, young gun for the Sharks. One of a couple already that I know of tonight. So there you go, Walt. You got a couple of Sasha Chemlevskis. Yeah, they took a little bit of a break, you know, like considering the entire case has been Toronto heavy. I think the entire case has been Jason Peckham heavy. Not gonna lie. Teravainen retro for the Canes. Teravainen retro for the Canes. They never heard of it? They never heard of Foober? Dylan Cousins ultimate victory for Buffalo. Actually, I think they call it Uber Eats. Because calling it Foober would sound like naughty or something. Gold holographics, Nils Hoglander for Vancouver. Nolan Foote, young gun for the Devils. He didn't like the fact that you called him a Foober driver. Nolan Foote for the Devils. I don't know, I think I might take offense to being called a Foober myself, but I don't know. I didn't think it was the end of the world to be called a Foober. Is there like some kind of a derogatory thing? We got a UD3 Jack Eichel, numbered 8 of 1,000. One off the jersey. Number 8. Instead of number 9, number 8 of 1,000, Jack Eichel. Honestly, there is a little bit of a difference. I used to do delivery work when I was back in college, and yeah, delivery drivers are treated like crap. I'm not gonna lie. Frederick Handmark for the Sharks. If I didn't have a good vehicle, I wouldn't have been able to make any money. Frederick Handmark for the Sharks. There's no money in food delivery. Not with Fuber, not with Uber Eats, not with the pizza joint. Unless they're paying you minimum wage and delivery fee and mileage and everything like that, there's no money in it. Robin Leonard, retro for Vegas. Yeah, the Sharks are catching up. The Sharks have got a good pile back there too, don't get me wrong. But the Leafs, this has been a heavy Leafs case. Okay, did we get a base pack here? Oh, Chara, sorry. There's Anderson. There's Chara. Yeah, that's a base pack. Well, if you're working for the company and using their vehicle, yeah, I agree. You can make money delivering drywall. Romanoff holographics for the Habs. I think there's more than one Blues card, but I haven't kept count. I haven't kept count, Marty. Have you been watching all this time just sitting, lurking in the weeds, quietly going, are you kidding? We're 11 boxes in, and there's only one St. Louis card? Leafs Mikko Lehtinen. You haven't been lurking in the weeds over there, Marty, have you? Still breaking. This is box 11 of 12. Mikko Lehtinen. St. Louis didn't have the best checklist on this stuff, I don't believe. Rookie class Ty Smith for the Devils. Ty Smith for the Devils. Rantanen ultimate victory for the Avs. You better watch how you say that, Jason, because people are going to start to mistaking you for a Leaf fan. JVR retro for the Flyers. JVR for the Flyers. Drew O'Connor for the Pens. Yeah, I would say that's Sharks and Leafs. There's some other teams that haven't done bad, but definitely Leafs and Sharks heavy. You might be mistaken for a Leaf fan if you keep talking like that, though. Don't go to the dark side. There we go. There's a Blues card for you. Ryan O'Reilly, SPX Finite for St. Louis for Marty. 1953 out of 29.99. Marty, Ryan O'Reilly. So if you had one for sure before, now you at least got two. We've got a Trevor Lewis clear cut for the Jets and Mr. Salonen, who's probably still trying to figure out how to take off his shoes. Trevor Lewis. I agree. I think you do need some traders. You've been quiet for the last number of months. Oli Uelevi, rookie class for the Nucks. Yeah, you had the Hoffer, and now you got a Ryan O'Reilly. You may have more. Jordan Kyrou French variant. Anything big in this master? There was a Gordie Howe. There was that big Gordie Howe. Crosby ovation for the Pens. This camera's starting to do its thing again. Sidney Crosby ovation. Maybe because I knocked it with the chair. No, we haven't found a tippet yet. It's not going to come out here. Kurashev retro for the Hawks. Tippett will not come out at the Cardboard Devil because they know that there's a chance of it being like salt in the wound for Ryan. Ryan wants that high gloss, and it's not going to come out here. It's going to taunt him and be someplace else. Kurashev for the Hawks. Now, if it does, and Ryan does not have Florida, I will tell you right now, I will offer to buy that card just to give it to Ryan specifically because the man has got such horrible luck. Godden Young Gun for Calgary. Jared, good evening. Glenn Godden Young Gun for Calgary. Jared Mullen back at it too tonight. Jason Peckham, Jared Mullen. You will definitely overpay for that clear cut if you do not get it in a trade. French variant for the Red Wings, Thomas Greiss. Good thing that was just a common and my Butterfingers didn't drop a good card. And that's the reason why you will overpay for it, because just like every other high gloss, as soon as you need it, it doesn't show up only once in a while, and it's obviously going to be through the roof. Joe Pavelski, Ultimate Victory for the Stars. As we come to the 2-hour mark in this break, and we have one box left. Hope you're doing good today, Jared. Nice to see you pop in again. Janice had asked earlier today, Jared, if the plan was that you were coming up for Expo. I told her I didn't know. So maybe Janice will get an answer to that question. Wanted to see if the whole crew was showing up here in Southern Ontario. Shifley retro for the Jets. Offer high gloss Cummings. There you go. Who knows? Maybe that's what it is. Joseph Corner for Walt and the Sharks. Joseph Corner. Marty, you've got a sense of humor that's perfect for this hobby because you don't... Oh, you're coming? Because you don't take anything personally. French variant for Tampa Bay, Mathieu Joseph. And that one's going to Mr. Peckham as well with Tampa Bay. Nope, the talk right now is that there will be Expo this year in Toronto.
4 days.
4 days of Expo. Ultimate Victory, John Gibson for the Ducks.
So Jared is coming?
It looks as though Jared's saying he's planning on coming up.
Is he staying does he need a place to stay?
I don't know. Jared, speak with Mrs. Haynes. She wants to know if you need a place to stay for Expo, if you're coming this fall.
I'm pretty sure Jason's coming to stay with us.
Brady Kachuk. Again, 666 out of 1,000. The Lafernier was 666 out of 1,000.
They were destined for this shop.
If you're not hitting your 666s at the Cardboard Devil, no, sorry, this one's wrong. I read it wrong.
It's $9.99.
No, it's 686. 686. The other one was 666. Brady Kachuk for the cents. 686. That's the old eyesight kicking in and playing tricks. That 8 looked like a 6. Then I blew it up with the camera and it went, oh look, it's an 8. Look, don't be so smart. Cam Johnson Young Gun for CBJ. It looks as though the all the registration and everything will be opening up this week for vendor tables. Cam Johnson for CBJ.
Tomorrow.
It'll open up tomorrow. So I guess we're going to have to get on and register for our booth tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess so, right? Is this really the first Philly card? You're kidding, right? Oh,
I don't know.
Right there.
Retro Taylor Hall for Buffalo, who is now with Boston. Just letting you know that the offer was open.
As long as you're okay with kids and dogs.
Connor Mackey Young Gun.
Which I'm sure Jared's fine with both.
Jared's fine with kids.
I hope so.
I hope so, considering he's going to be a dad soon. Connor Mackey for the Flames. Check with
And he loves Danes, so he'll be just fine.
check with David and let us know. If that changes and he's not available, then we can always help you out.
Yep.
Alexander Romanoff SPX Finite for the Habs.
Because I think Jason Green's coming to stay with us for that weekend.
1265 out of 2999 for the Habbies. And know this, that there's always a pot of coffee on at our place too. So
If the kids start driving us nuts, we have the store we can run to.
we have a Blue Dazzler rookie Ilya Sorokin for the Islanders.
Right
Yes, Danes are beautiful animals. They behave better than my real children. You know, the ones that
And your wife too, right?
the ones that my wife birthed.
And behave better than your wife, right?
Yes.
They don't
squeeze a toothpaste in the wrong spot. We have a red Reflections Pius Suter for the
Wow.
for the Hawks.
Wow, husband, I love you too.
193 out of 500. Pius Suter for the Hawks.
I bought a toothpaste dispenser, so it wasn't an issue.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna have to put it in on the weekend.
Yeah, but then you can't complain about me squeezing the toothpaste tube because I bought a dispenser. Actually, I bought 2. One for us and one for the kids.
I don't drive anybody nuts. Jack Rathbone Young Gun. Hey, you got a driver's license? You could always bring the flex down here, and I'll like. You come down to the shop, and that's it. Jack Rathbone Young Gun for the Nucks.
Who's coming to the shop?
Jared.
Yeah, he drives.
Half a box left here, folks, and then we're gonna
Oh.
shut her down and pack it up and come back and do it all over again tomorrow. We got a Gabe Velarde retro for the second time out of this case. For the second time out of this case, Gabe Velarde retro. Checking to make sure they didn't break into the car. Reese Johnson Young Gun for the Hawks. Guess she just went outside. Hopefully they don't rob her. Reese Johnson for the Hawks. A few more should get us through this break. No, you can't escape me. That's the thing. You can't escape me. Alexis Lafreniere, 2363 out of 29.99. SPX Finite for the Rangers. Lafreniere SPX Finite for the Rangers. Oh, now you're just getting pushy, Jason. Like you haven't already hit a ton. Curtis McElhinney, Stanley Cup champion, as hard as it is to believe that for the Leafs fans. Curtis McElhinney from Tampa Bay. Clear cut. Uh, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th of November. November 11th to the 14th. Pink Dazzler Tyler Toffoli for the Habs. Jacob Ingham, Young Gun. For the Kings. Ingham for the Kings. It is a 4-day event this year, Thursday through Sunday. Quinn Hughes Retro for Vancouver.
Kitchener, Ontario, Canada, 1519-729-7269.
Oh, let me score this. Hello? Sure.
This one here looks like a base pack. I can't see your comments right now because Janice is just taking a phone call from home. And the video was on her phone. So we're 4 left in this one. Tail foot. Holographics. For Tampa. We got 3 packs left to open here. And we'll be calling it a night. So I want to thank everybody for keeping us busy the last couple of nights with these breaks. We really do appreciate the support. Arthur Kaliev finishing this one off strong with a couple of good cards. Arthur Kaliev for the Kings. Felt like there was an extra card in there, but there wasn't. Rookie class Dylan Cousins for Buffalo. Dylan Cousins for Buffalo. And we're on to the last pack. The table is clear other than supplies. We have got to the end. We have a Philip Kurashev ultimate victory for Chicago to close this one out. So thank you everyone for the support. We do appreciate it. Since I can't see your comments to say goodnight to everybody, I'm just going to have to say blindly goodnight everyone. Thank you for the support as always. We'll be back when we got another one filled and ready to go. Don't forget trade night is on Saturday night, the 14th. We do have Series 2 on sale, $115 a box, and extended for $95 a box. So until next time, folks,